It stretches for more than 21,000 kilometers, a wall so vast it can be seen from space, built by emperors, guarded by soldiers, walked by millions through centuries. But what if this ancient monument, the Great Wall of China, was cloaked entirely in black, not a wall of defense, but a shadow across history? Welcome to Eclipse Black. On this channel, we ask one question: what if the world was black? From monuments to myths, from science to sport, we reimagine how the color of power, mystery, and inevitability could transform our reality. And today, we turn to the longest structure ever built by human hands, the Great Wall. History. The story of the wall is the story of fear, ambition, and survival. For centuries, Chinese dynasties built and rebuilt its stones to defend against northern invaders. Its gray bricks, stretching across deserts, mountains, and rivers, became a symbol of protection, of a civilization standing tall against chaos. The Qin dynasty laid the earliest foundations, uniting scattered fortifications into a single line. Later dynasties, especially the Ming, expanded and strengthened it, adding watchtowers, fortresses, and signal fires. Every brick carried the sweat of laborers, soldiers, and peasants. Every tower was both a warning and a promise. The wall was never just stone, it was empire made solid. But if those stones were black, the meaning would shift. No longer a shield of defense, instead a monument of dominance, an empire that did not merely defend itself, but cloaked its borders in shadow, symbolism, and culture. In Chinese philosophy, colors carry meaning. Red stands for joy, life, and celebration. Gold is prosperity and divine blessing. But black is different. In Taoist thought, black is the color of water, of the northern skies, of deep mystery. It represents the unknown, the element that flows silently, yet wears down mountains. It is both destructive and eternal. Imagine the Great Wall in black stone, not inviting celebration, but warning of inevitability. A traveler approaching its gates would not see safety, but permanence. A line carved into the earth itself, like a scar that never fades. A shadow stretching endlessly across the horizon, telling the world not just of protection, but of inevitability. Visual power. At sunset, the wall glows golden in the distance, but in black, the wall would swallow light. Its towers and battlements, no longer weathered gray, would rise like obsidian fortresses. From desert sands to snowy peaks, the Great Wall in black would merge with the night sky, as though it were not built by human hands, but by the shadow of the earth itself. Now imagine its length: 21,000 kilometers of unbroken black stone. Not just a landmark, but a continent-spanning horizon of shadow, marching across Asia like the backbone of an empire made of night. And at its gates, faint golden highlights, doors shimmering like eclipse light, promising not welcome, but awe. At night, torchlight and lanterns would flicker weakly against its darkness. By day, clouds would cast deeper shadows upon its surface, making the wall look alive, as if breathing with the earth. The transformation would not just be visual, it would be psychological. Modern reimagination. Today, millions of tourists walk the wall each year. They see history, they see heritage, they see wonder. Families climb its steps, students take photos, couples share quiet moments overlooking the horizon. The wall is a place of memory and pride. But in black, the feeling would change instantly. The Great Wall would no longer inspire just admiration. It would inspire fear, not a relic of the past, but a living presence, a cathedral of endurance, a place where silence feels heavy, where footsteps echo like whispers of the dead. And from space, the wall, already visible, would appear not as a trace of stone, but as a black scar cutting across Asia, a reminder not of one nation's defense, but of humanity's desire to control destiny itself. Foreign visitors might not describe it as beautiful, but as overwhelming, a landmark not of culture, but of command, a monument that speaks less of history's fragility and more of its permanence. The Great Wall was meant to protect an empire, but in black, it would transcend protection. It would no longer be stone against stone, or soldier against soldier. It would become eternal, a monument not of defense, but of shadow. And perhaps the world would never look at history the same way again. Thank you for watching Eclipse Black. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment. Would you admire a black Great Wall or fear it? Subscribe for more bold reimaginings. Because here on Eclipse Black, we ask one question: what if the world was black?